Hey, it's James from survivalpunk.com. Good morning. It is not super chilly this morning. It is 69 degrees. My family's probably going to wake up sweaty because I turned the air conditioner off and I forgot to turn it back on. Today we're going to talk about the upgrade trap. The falling into the trap of upgrading your cell phone every 1 to 2 years, your laptop, your TV, your car. It's going to be about upgrading, but it's also going to be a lot of don't be keeping up with the Joneses. My wife could really, really fall into that if I would let her. We're not that. We're not. Before we get into all that, though, let's take it to our morning theme music.
Music crashing, streets ablaze, chaos in every gaze, skies falling, no more blaze, we're surviving twisted maze. Thoughts are rising, trial past, and governments won't last. Economic fall hits so fast, in this storm our spirits cast. Apocalypse calling, but we're fine, through disaster, skin spine.
And we're back. I am finally starting to feel a bit better. I don't know what kind of crud that I got, but it kicked my ass. I can't imagine not giving blood. I can't imagine doing blood work twice in like 2 days or something is probably super good. But whatever. I have not heard anything back from the rheumatologist yet. It has only been like 3 days. One of the lab works posted, it was something gold. It was a test for tuberculosis. Good news, I don't have tuberculosis. Seems like a weird one to rule out, but she seems like she's being pretty damn thorough. So, no tuberculosis. I'm not going to be Doc Holliday. And then yesterday, I went to take blood work for my TRT to see how that's going. I have a feeling my estradiol is slightly out of range, but I could be wrong. Anyway, also, I lowered my testosterone dose. I started out at 200 milligrams of testosterone a week, administered Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm currently at 150 milligrams a week. One, because I was making some guesses based on my last blood work that I took. While on 200 milligrams a week, my total testosterone was like 1254. Technically, that's above range. It's probably fine, but I'm trying to get to the actual sweet spot of between like 900 and 1,000. Well, I was. Currently, I'm doing something else. But I was having a couple side effects. Anyway, the upgrade trap. Really feel like this one is easy to fall into for a lot of people. And that is upgrading your phone. It's nice to have the newest, fanciest phones, and by God, do they pump those fuckers out. There's always a new, fancier phone, a new Android flagship, a new crazy Android. The technology of like the folding phones and stuff is pretty amazing. A new fucking iPhone for you iPhone people with new fancy features that you probably won't use. And I admit, for a long time, I was maybe on the cusp of this. Starting with the first Android phone, the T-Mobile G1. I went with T-Mobile to get the first Android phone, which was a weird, like, it had a full flip-out keyboard, like a physical QWERTY keyboard that you could type on. That thing did not last very long. That was a novelty of its time. Neat though, but not really practical. And then from there, I did kind of fall into the upgrade trap for probably several years. And T-Mobile allows you to, a lot of phone companies will let you upgrade. T-Mobile lets you upgrade, but they just make your bill more expensive for years. That's their got you, annoyingly. And I would do that. My bill would be $20 or $30 more expensive, and I'd be locked into the contract for years. Obviously, I'm still with T-Mobile. They're all about the same. I don't really see a point in changing, to be honest. But much like the episode we just did on subscriptions, if you're doing that every few years, if your bill is perpetually at least $30 more expensive for that, it's a subscription. And that's just for one device, right? You upgrade your whole family, you're tacking on like $100 extra just to have new devices that never ends. There are a couple better solutions. I'm sure all the companies do this. T-Mobile does this. And that's, if you wait and you plan it and you save up like the taxes and whatnot, there will be upgrade deals where you can get the device for free via promotional credits. So I want to say my wife's last device was like that, where, and her watch, I just had to pay a little bit down, like $125 down on her Galaxy watch, and it was like whatever the $10 a month or whatever it was for adding the line. We got the watch for free. We still did have to pay for the line though for the duration of that deal. So they got us with that. But there's often deals where it's like, upgrade your device and you'll get credits. So it's like $30 a month. They'll give you $30 in credits. The deals I see now though are not that much. It's like, upgrade your device for $30 a month and we'll give you $15 a month in credit. So you get it for $15 a month. I'm not real keen on that one. Like I'm gonna not take that deal. I'll sit on it until they come out with a better deal. The thing that I do though is one, I no longer bother paying for insurance on my phone or my son's phone. My wife's phone we do keep insurance on because she is destructive. She will break phones left and right. Mine, I did the and I was pissed at the insurance people. The insurance people, they pissed me the fuck off, and I dropped my insurance, which was easily like $18 or more a month for the insurance, and I just didn't really feel like it was worth it. When my device breaks, I go to eBay, I find a model a couple years old for $100 to $200, and I buy that. And depending on the condition of my old device, I list that on eBay and I sell it and recoup some of my price. Even in like a damaged state, you can get a good deal of money from eBay from your old device. My last one I haven't sold, mostly because I can't get it to turn on to wipe it. It was working and then it stopped working. I might try again to get it to power on and wipe it. But even with a cracked screen and stuff, you can absolutely just sell those. People will do screen replacements and resell it, and that's generally what you're buying. People are buying broke phones for a good deal, and they're reselling them after they repair them for more. It's a good flip if you can do it. That, I feel, is a way better option. Think about it. If you set the money aside for insurance, right? You take $20 a month. That's $200 a year. That's a new phone via eBay every year. Or if you don't, if you sit on it, you have that money set aside for, you smash your screen, you need a replacement, there you go. And then you sell the old one for like $60 or so on eBay because it has a smashed screen. That is absolutely the way to go. And you won't be getting the newest, greatest models, but you don't really need it, right? And if you do, you can wait until you can snatch up one of those deals, right? If you're doing what I'm saying and you're saving like $20 a month, and they have a deal like you got to pay tax and whatever, so like $150 or something, and you get like credits to pay for the device. Boom, just jump on that. Don't just willy-nilly go upgrade your device and have a $30 extra bill for no reason. Every other company of every other product is trying to get you to do the same thing. We talked about planned obsolescence, and we're not going to really dig into that. I know Microsoft pissed off a lot of people with ending support for basically everything out there that wasn't the newest devices. I get that notification fairly often, and I'm like, nope, screw you, Microsoft. I want to say, I don't even know what number it is, but my desktop isn't even that old, and they've turned off support. I think they're trying to reverse some of that because the internet backlash is pretty fucking harsh. Also, I feel like laptop planned obsolescence is very, very brutal. I.e., in the past, I would generally go buy like a $300 laptop, and I would use it until, for various reasons, it'll just stop working, right? Hard drive failure, parts on it break, just operating system rot. For whatever reason, they just kind of go bad after a while. And for years, every like 2 or 3 years, I just go buy a new laptop. I haven't done it in many years now. My laptop broke at some point when my daughter was very young, after it being dropped several times, and me trying to fix it, and it just eventually just was done. It was just done. After that, I got the desktop, and that's what I'm still using. And it's not great. It's really not great. And I do need a new laptop for about a million reasons. Just being mobile with it, and I need a new laptop. I'm kind of starting to look around. I know my last laptop I bought only with income from Survival Punk, which is pretty awesome. My next laptop will probably be bought only with income from my peptides money that I make, which is really doing well. So if the Survival Punk income could be matching that, that would be fantastic. Man. Anyway, that's a bad problem with laptops, where I think my problem is the laptops in that like sub $500 price range just aren't built well. They are absolutely built to break every 2 years or so. And then at every time point after 2 years, they perform worse and worse. And in a lot of cases, it doesn't even matter if you refresh the operating system. A lot of times, computers will do well if you do a fresh install every couple years, which is a huge pain in the ass. And companies know most people aren't going to do it. I think currently what my desktop desperately needs probably is a fresh install. But I need to add another like 4 gigabytes of RAM, which would take it to its maximum. It's not a very robust motherboard where it can handle a huge amount of RAM, which would be nice, especially based on like video editing type jobs. One day in the future, I would love to have a computer that would really do well with editing video, which is probably one of the reasons why I don't do any video editing. It is such a laborious process with the RAM that I have. It's just not feasible. Anyway, the last point I want to cover, we'll talk cars, actually. That's what we'll talk about. This is one, a lot of people fall into this trap. Cars are too fucking expensive to be doing this bullshit now. I think the last information I saw was the average car payment is like $400 a month. Average. Which means there's some lowball ones bringing that shit down. Because I've easily seen car payments that are rivaling mortgages. A manager at my work one time told me that her monthly car payment was like $900 a month, which is fucking insane. I can't even fathom that. 2 high earners in a house, yeah, they can afford it, but that trap of getting into that is just retarded. I have always, except for once, gone and bought a used car when I needed one. More optimally, I could be saving my money in a high yield savings account until the car broke down, and then buying a good car. But everyone's not perfect. However, so the car market has kind of taken a hit, and for a while there, it was very hard to find a good used car. It can happen. It absolutely can happen. But you got to work harder probably than you used to, right? People on Facebook Marketplace selling cars that are like no engine and half of a body, $6,000. I know what I got. Y'all are stupid. Don't do that bullshit. But if you look around, you can definitely get some. And if you have any kind of mechanical ability, even better. There's a lot of very cosmetic things that need a little bit of work, and then you'll have a good car. So this has been James from StrawPunk.com. Still not feeling amazing, but DIY to survive, you guys.
Music crashing, streets ablaze, chaos in every gaze, skies falling, no more blaze, we survive in twisted maze. Floods are rising, drown our past, and governments won't last. Economic fall hits so fast, in this storm our spirits cast. Apocalypse calling, but we're fine. Through disaster, skin and spine. Zombies roaming.